Good evening. Trying to have everybody here.
Good evening, my fellow writers and brothers and sisters. Are you as excited as I am?
I was waiting on music. Can everybody hear me? How are you doing tonight?
We hear you, it's just a little broken up a little bit.
When imposter leaders are at the helm, bad actors often get a free pass. These leaders, who fail to address core issues, allow toxic behavior to persist and disrupt the organization. Imposter leaders are more concerned with maintaining appearances than with tackling the real problems. Their inaction only fuels dissatisfaction and undermines the organization's mission. This tolerance of poor behavior not only creates a toxic atmosphere, but also leads to a breakdown in trust, reduced productivity, and a disengaged workforce. Remember, let your voice be heard. Real change begins when we confront imposter leaders and demand accountability. True leadership means addressing issues head-on and creating an environment where integrity and respect are prioritized.
Is that it?
Michelle, I can help you. I'm logged in as the admin now.
I don't want to show. Is it showing?
Hi, guys.
Hi, CJ, Dr. CJ.
I have an announcement once you guys are ready. Ooh, I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. I've been like this all day. I called one of my friends, they'd be like, "What's got you so perky?" I was like, "Our book, it's finally here."
Yes.
Woo!
There's Oli.
Hello, everyone.
There's Lily.
Hello.
Susanna's on the phone. Hopefully she'll be in. Susanna's on the phone right now. We've been on the phone for a whole week, okay? A whole week we've been working hard. I just woke up. I'm tired. I haven't slept yet. And Susanna's like, "Are you napping?" Yes, I'm napping. Are you napping? Yes, we're napping. Because we have to capture. So I don't know if you guys know
Can you hear me?
I hear you, but it's a little distorted.
Me?
Yeah.
Or Michelle?
Michelle is distorted.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that any better? Is that any better?
Not so much.
I don't know why this is not.
I mean, we could hear you. It just cuts a little out.
I know video.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I can see Michelle on video in the backstage, but for whatever reason, I can't see her video on stage. Now we can.
There we go.
It's internet. If your internet is slow, it will eat up your bandwidth. She's why are you guys all mute?
Frozen. She's
I'm like,
I didn't want to disturb, like, if someone is actively talking, like, to give everyone their due respect, you know?
yeah. Michelle,
fine.
you look gorgeous.
Yeah,
Tom.
lie.
No
Oh,
need.
good
Hey
evening,
everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
I'm so
evening.
proud of all of you, just FYI. You have
Me
faced your
too.
vulnerability for the greater good of our humanity, and I'm so happy that we got over that initial fear.
I am no prouder than mamas would be. Like
I made a video.
Oh no, Michelle. You know what, Michelle? If you want to call me,
Oh my God! No.
Oh my
You gotta
God.
open it here.
Ollie, he's so silly, bro.
I don't know nothing
Indeed.
about backstage yet. And I'm
We are live.
trying to be plugged in. I know I kind of works, and it's not, I'm glad. Oh man,
I really can't make out what you're saying, Michelle. So sorry, hon. Do you want to
Yeah.
call Dr. CJ and she can
I'm
put
a
your phone call on or something?
Hello,
Susanna, how are you?
Susanna.
Good to see you.
Where is Michelle?
I know everything first.
I know, right? Seriously. Let's see.
Well,
Michelle.
we are live. Hello, everyone. How are you feeling
Hello,
today?
hello. Ecstatic.
Woohoo! Ecstatic dance.
Oh,
Wait, is she calling me or
maybe.
Michelle? I'm calling you. Pick that one up.
Oh no.
She's calling me while I'm calling her because I'm seeing it on my iPad.
I do that to my mom all the time. We try to call each other and then neither one gets through.
I know. Hold on. Let's see if she's picking up. Oh, she's not picking up. Hi, Matt. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh. Okay, she must be trying to call. She's trying to call me on my iPad, and I'm trying to call her on her cell phone. So I don't think it's gonna work. Are you there?
can you hear me?
Yeah. So mute your live right now so I can hear you right here. Just mute it. Because I hear myself. talking. This is
Okay, I muted Michelle, so you should be good to go, Dr. Constance.
okay.
So I'm literally trying to test out this new cable for this internet to be directly connected versus like Wi-Fi. I must have got something wrong. I'm gonna need some technical help after this.
Oh yeah.
But you go ahead and stipulate it. I'm sitting and get this together while you guys want to go ahead. If you just want to tell them what we're here for, and then see if I can fix this real quick.
Okay, perfect. Do your stuff and I will take over. Like, love you. So this is what it's all about, right? Like she's gonna listen in. I'm not gonna hang up. Oh, she hang up. She's having a new cable testing. So how are you all doing? First of all, look at this. My robot decided to go, hello. How are you guys feeling? Like I love the smile. I don't think Dr. News Face or Nonies.
I'm the happiest I've ever been. So thanks to you and our team for pulling this together because I've never been this happy in my life, quite honestly.
Oh, that is so nice. So
Sorry,
Santa,
sis. I'm driving, so it's kind of dark. I'm driving right now, so whenever
sister, drive carefully. Do not be on the phone. Come join us when you're at home. We want you safe, okay? Like if this is not worth it, like of your life, seriously, you will have more shows, and I'm so proud of you all because the amount of do it again. How about do it this way, and you guys at least in my face didn't complain. I don't know if you complain on the back end with your friend. CJ's such bossy person. Because we have standards, right? Most anthology you'll find it's never 100% perfect, quite honestly. That's why if you do your own book, you're never gonna finish it sometimes in the amount of time that you need it. Like I have my own memoir for a year and a half now. It hasn't moved. It's still at 60,000 words. It's too painful for me to dig up my old past. So that's why I'm like, okay, praying that I can move forward with that solo project. But this project, I think it means a lot to me more than any anthologies. It's because I've never written a chapter for somebody else who passed away. So this is very special to me. So the ebook right now is free. Once it's not free, it's $5.99, and all proceeds actually goes on behalf of Jess for mental wellness for a nonprofit organization. The physical book that comes out next week. Ooh, I'm so excited for us. And it's gonna look like this, the cover. I don't know what the back yet because I have to design. I do design for back and front. So the front will be like this. This is gonna be in your hands. Of course, my robot decided to just move around, but that's gonna be the front. And I can't wait for you guys to have that. And that one will actually be it's going to be actually September 14th, and the proceeds for that one goes to autism. So everyone who buys it, it goes to autism in the name of Jess. Because before her passing, her and I had a chance to talk on what she wants to write, because I'm always curious about the story. What do you want to write about? So I can help ahead, especially she was the second person who signed up. And she said, hey, I actually want to write about, healthcare and how we can change healthcare. I said, okay, what about healthcare that you want to change? She goes, based on my experience, I don't want to be just another number. I'm a person. I have a feeling. I want to be a catalyst for change. And so that's what we're trying to do for in the name of Jess. I did talk to her mom. I prayed with her as well. And I don't know if you saw, but her mom wrote at least a sentence about her hope for humanity, for her hope for other people. So I don't want to cry. Savannah, take over.
You got this, sis. No, and having Jess there. I mean, I remember when she reached out to me as soon as she signed up, and she was so excited to be a part of this. And I remember you telling me all the stuff that Jess was telling you that you were just going through right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cry. I'm just gonna cry.
It's tough.
Yeah. I use my pain to. I've never been on an anthology where I actually write all my anthology in one setting. I was so upset I had to write what I'm feeling and inspirational for others. And Susanna was the opposite. She couldn't write because she is within her feelings. And I just found out the way we deal with our feelings. She did write a huge chapter that has nothing to do with Rebel with a Cause, which we're going to turn into a book. So we're good with that one.
I mean, about 3,000 words between the night and the next morning. But
yeah, he wasn't Rebel with a Cause. We're crazy when we're in pain. I do want to hear from Lily. Lily was the top 5 who first signed up. I want to know, was there any trepidations on, are we able to write this? Have we written? What was your feeling about that? Oh, Miguel's here.
You know what? I have to say, I highly, highly recommend anyone else moving forward, if they wish to write an anthology, join Dr. Leyland's anthology, because she is absolutely amazing with Susanna. And I have to say, it's incredible. What was it? 4 weeks?
Yeah.
We were able to write a book, all of us together in 4 weeks. That is incredible, right? And everything is super organized, and the edits, the feedback, I found it super useful because, as I mentioned in another live, I knew originally my first draft, something was off about it. It wasn't really, it just something was missing, right? Something was missing. But then after Dr. Leyland took a look, and Susanna, both of their feedback, I feel really good about it. And it's such a great feeling when you're able to be a part of a co-authorship, if that's such a word, in a book where you're proud of your work, right? You're really proud of it. And you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I can actually use it here, there, here, there, and there, right? So I have to, I honestly highly, highly recommend anyone else that is thinking about it, because I am pretty sure this is not going to be the last anthology. Absolutely not. And so moving forward, if there is an anthology that's coming up and you're totally called to write it, go join. Definitely join. That's how I truly, truly feel.
Thank you, Lily. So our host is back. Michelle, take it over. Unmute though, dear sister.
So I'm actually streaming through the guest door on a different device. So we had to improvise. But that's technology at the finest for us right now, right? I just muted everything running on computers, and here we go. So first of all, I just want to tell you, Dr. Leland, oh my God, I am beyond grateful. And it is beyond this book. I don't think that a lot of people even understand the depths of where we are openly collaborating. Like we don't even know what the finish line is yet because it's so crazy the thoughts that we're trying to like turn into reality. And I'm thankful I get to engage in these intellectual and collaborative conversations that actually feel like something's manifesting. I spent the last 2 years like begging for these relationships, and I just for you, like I can cry. I'm so grateful. I'm I'm speechless, and I'm gonna let somebody else take it for a moment, but that is my gratitude to you. I promise.
Promise not to cry tonight. But I have news for you guys. I don't know yet when I'm gonna say it. Sister, I wish you were here holding my hand.
I mean, we're only 1,000 miles apart. We'll just pretend that our arms stretch that far.
Okay. Wait,
I mean,
wait,
like
okay.
I can go up, and then
Here,
I'm
I'm
touching
holding
her.
your
Everybody, we just
There we
gotta, like,
go. You got
Here.
it right there. You've got
Yeah.
that.
Can you hold my hand in there, please, sister? Yes, sir.
There we go. I got bubbles.
Okay, good. Okay. Ready, guys?
I got bubbles.
Congratulations, guys. You are #1 international best-selling co-authors. Oh my
that is congratulations.
It's my birthday.
First day. Oh my God.
Speaking of birthday, it's Jen's birthday today. And it's Jenlyn. It was Jenlyn's birthday yesterday. Just want to put it out there for you guys, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I know each and every one of you guys, and I am so proud. Like I feel like I just gave birth to a bunch of like amazing adults automatically. I wish giving birth to adults just like that, I'm so proud. Like I cannot even. So right now, you guys, you can put it out there. You are #1 international best-selling co-author. Here's another thing that I want you guys to realize. When you put it as your tagline, when you put it in your resume, there are those people who will tell you, you didn't write a solo book, so you're not a real author. You're going to hear that. This is what I think of that. Na, 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 jealousy. Hello, right? Return to sender. That's what I
Let
always
it go. Let it go.
Yes.
You got it, Ollie. Let it go. You got it, brother.
Where is Miguel? He came in and then he's out. Miguel, come back.
So I think that we gotta remember, like, not every reaction that we receive doesn't deserve a response. And this book is like a definite example of that. Like it is about going above so many stories. I have not even like it was fun. I think it's more fun now because like we was working together, these last several weeks, but now we're like getting to read the book with like maybe whatever edits that author chose to do. So you're seeing like where little changes got made. So I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. But then it's every story though I'm reading, there's moments they had to rise above. There's something they were facing that they could have been a different person than they are today, and they would not be where they are today. And I think that that's like something that I definitely have to focus on. Maybe I'm not on LinkedIn right now as much. But I got my nose in books. I got a lot of legal research I'm engaged in, a lot of different foundation work. There's so many things going on, and like it's like people will want to talk the moment they notice that they think they know you and they think something's different, or just you got to brush it off because we're doing what we're doing. So, and Dr. CJ says, return it to the
sender. Peace. Where is Miguel? I wanted to bring Miguel. I don't know where he went. Miguel, if you're in there, please come back. And I will leave for you and come back because here's the thing. Miguel, like Susanna and I get a giggle. We have usually one person that we have in the group that is that one person that to start with, like we don't know where it's gonna go. Like we just don't know. And then Susanna and I have seen it. We're very confident that it's gonna go really boom, right? In this term, I think Miguel really did boom for me, and Susanna, because he's an academic. So I have a feeling that that's why I told Susanna I'll take him over, because I know how that feels as an academic. I have to transform myself as an academic writer to a regular, different anthology writer, and it took me 4 writes. And Miguel, I mean, you guys are coachable. I don't like that word coach. Okay, if you're a coach, I'm sorry. I apologize. I just don't. I just think of coach as something for sports. I think you're a Sherpa. I think you're a mentor. I think you're a guide. If you're in sports, yes, you're a coach. If you're not, that's just my opinion. Okay.
I kind of feel like life is a sport right about now. I'm playing for the
No,
win, man. Like,
I know. I want to hear Ollie. Ollie, when he won our scholarship, because we have scholarship on TV, I didn't know if he wanted to write. I know he wanted to, but his time, right? I want to make sure that I honor his time. So I asked him if he wanted to write, and he said yes. Bro, how was that feeling for you this time? Is this your second time around?
Well, yes, and I'm really blessed to have this scholarship. And before Rebel with a Cause and before Beyond Boundaries, this was my first book. This is when all started. Also, that's from my grandpa, the dictionary of my grandpa, with lots of visuals. And this was my first book, where I was also indexing. I was indexing my gems, and 40 years ago, as a child. And so I'm really blessed to be able to express my voice, because for decades I was not expressing my voice at all. And it's no time more and more for me to unleash my voice, not only because I need to talk, but it's also because if I can do it, anyone who had trauma can do it. And so my this book was Rebel with a Cause was about education, to talk about education right now, but also education in my youth. And there are also things that changed, but technology is changing so fast. But is the school changing? Is the heart taken in account? I don't know. So I truly hope. My hope is that education will be with more heart and with the brain, of course, but not in the sense of feeding the brain like a goosebump, like a goose, but to also embark the heart with the brain. And I'm really proud of each of us to be able to do that in such amount of time, because it has probably 6 or 7 weeks. And so I'm really blessed to be with all of you and to to shine with you and to do my best to be there, to feel alive with my heart and with my angel. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ollie. Now it ruined my whole entire where am I going? So we're going to go with Miguel. Miguel, can you unmute, sir? Are you there? I see you. Can you hear me? Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Sir.
hear you.
Okay.
I don't
Miguel.
hear Miguel. I think he's muted.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh no.
Miguel is frozen.
Yeah, he is international. And it's late where he's at.
He's not frozen. I just don't think he's
I
hearing.
saw him move. He's alive.
I'm trying to unmute Miguel from my end just so he can.
Miguel. How are you? Oh, he left. Okay.
Okay, great.
Well, it is funny. He'll come back. So we're gonna keep it like 2 to 3 minutes so everyone can speak. So we're gonna go with which one did I say that we're gonna go? So Ollie, Rashida, Dr. Nu, Noni, and then Danielle. So Rashida, how are you feeling, and what are some of your thoughts in this process?
I'm absolutely ecstatic, Dr. CJ. Thank you. Thanks, Susanna. Thank everybody who was a part of this project, because you really truly brought out the best in each of us, helped us to face our initial fears of oh, what if everybody knows this story? Da 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 da. But you know what? We're like, you know what? Now I don't care if everybody knows it because it's gonna help a lot of people. And for every person that's still struggling in silence, it's worth our vulnerability.
Thank you so much, and
Thank you.
we appreciate that. Susanna and I appreciate that. The one thing that I love is that you guys feel very comfortable going between Susanna and I on edits. It did make it hard for us because imagine we have to do it twice, four times, right? Because if you're editing is I'm editing your paper, but then when I edit it, you have to give it to Susanna, but she doesn't have the context of what you're trying to do. So now she's trying to give you something. So now you're confused, right? So my suggestion definitely on next anthology is for me to do better on my communication and said, yes, it's okay to have either me or Susanna, if I'm not your editor, to look at your paper, but make sure that if you do that, you give them context because it slows down our whole entire process because then we're like, okay, let's talk. What is happening with this person? What is the context, right? Because we all want to help you, but then what happens is if you ask me and she's already working with you on your thought process, and I'm like, oh, you need this and this, but you're still working on that, so now you're confused. You're like, I don't know if it's A or B is good, like I don't know. So now you're going to get stuck as a writer. So my suggestion is stick to your editor, and then at the end towards like pre-final, not necessarily the final, the pre-final, then you have the other editor saying, hey CJ, or hey Susanna, here's what CJ has done. I just feel like there's still something missing. There's the structure missing. I think Kim did that to me. Like there's still something missing. I don't know what it is. I said, okay, first of all, I appreciate it when you guys don't feel comfortable of your own chapter to tell us before it goes out. Because once it goes out, it's out, right? Especially if it's in print. You can't change it or like in the middle of print, right? And if you're not happy, that's not good energy. And if you're not happy and you're hiding it, how are we going to help you? We can't. At that point, you're just really like talking to the wall. You might as well talk to the wall because it's not going to change. The only people that can change it is the publisher, which is me or Susanna, whoever is doing the publishing. So if you guys don't feel comfortable with your chapter, don't talk to your family. They can't help you. Talk to your publisher, like CJ. You should also feel comfortable talking to me or Susanna, like, hey, can you change this one for me because I don't feel comfortable. This is something that I would love to add. And Will's like, sure, so long as we follow that guideline of 3,000 words, right? Because in the past project, I just heard this from somebody, and I'm not very happy with that somebody. I'll be honest with you. When you have a project you're not comfortable, speak up. That is what the Rebel with a Cause is, and I love that you all speak up. I am so happy. So let's go with, and thank you for your happiness, Rashida. I appreciate that. We needed that. Susanna and I needed that. We're lack of sleep at this point.
My pleasure. Thank you guys.
Yeah. You are driving, sister. Can you talk safely? Maybe?
No.
I don't think she can talk. We'll go with Noni. Noni, can you speak?
Definitely I can speak. Hi everyone. I'm just not showing my face because I don't like to show my face on a regular basis. So, hi everyone. Nice to see you all over here. Glad that I was able to be part of this anthology series, and it was actually a very interesting experience for me because I don't think I've ever written anything with so many people with so many different backgrounds, so many diverse meanings of the word rebellion. And it was definitely a very good way for me to learn more about not just myself and my writing skills and my vocabulary skills, but also how other people think and how other people operate with whatever they are facing or fighting or championing or hammering through an axe. That's a very intense analogy, but you get the idea. Uh, so it was a heartwarming but also an eye-opening experience for me to listen to other people, and I really don't know what else to say about that because that's just what it is, and I don't want to discuss the topic of my chapter or anyone else's chapter, and that I want to leave the chapters up to other people based on their topic. So that's just what I wanted to share, and I really appreciate the opportunity, and also I won the scholarship too. So who can not be excited about that, right? So, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you very much for the opportunity, and I'm sorry I don't want to show my face.
It's a freedom of choice, and I love that you're consciously being intentional, right? We don't push people when they're not comfortable. That's what I'm saying. And the fact that you're speaking up about that, I appreciate that.
I
Because
want to jump in.
yes, go for it.
You partnered me with Noni. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. We ended up partnering up though. Like we partnered with people off after we did that partnering thing. Like we were like connecting in the backgrounds. Like it was crazy. But I want to say though that partnering with her, it was like amazing because each person that you work with, regardless of like you're reading the same chapter, you're hearing your same words, it's different every time somebody else read it to you. Every time you heard somebody else, or every time you got a little bit of the feedback, but it was never belittling or I think it needs to be this way, or well, I did it this way and you need to do it. Was never made to feel like less than or unintelligent, but it was just so always a great conversation and I work with so many. I mean, I don't want to say I work with everyone, but I mean multiple. It was amazing. And I just want to add that like Noni, no offense Nobi, but me and we had fun. That call lasted so long. It was so much fun. So I just wanted to add that.
It was almost 3 hours long, to be specific. Okay, it was almost 3 hours long, our conversation. I don't want to embarrass Michelle here, but it is what it is.
We had so much fun. And like you just it's in those times though that the relationships build. Your friendships, the genuine relationship. Like it could be about the book, but then it would like side branch into a detour conversation because you're just in awe and you're like, wait, what did you just say? But it was an amazing 3 hours. And there's been many hours since that. So anyway, yeah. She'll tell
Yeah,
me you got 5 minutes and I'll take 30. It's okay.
it's okay. And that's one thing that we love about the relationship of writing an anthology is to be having friends with everybody, but never a push. Like you should, you must. Those are two strong words, man. I'm allergic to that. I can't do that, right? Our dear sister Danielle, sister. We're trifecta, guys. Okay. So, sister, how are you feeling about this Rebel with a Cause? This is your third one with us. Actually, fourth, though.
For no, it's always exciting, and it's fun to see the progression of my writing because my first one I was like, oh my gosh, you know is that, oh my goodness. But now, like, coming into this one and really embracing that progression in writing has been really fun for me. And so doing that in a safe space, and being able to be my authentic self, that really helps with the progression of where I'm moving and where I'm growing as a writer and as a person.
Yes, you've seen progress people. Here's the thing, too, right? One thing that I love about our anthology is that if you write on our anthology next to the next to the next, we do every 3 months. Right now, I'm the lead in this one, and then Susana's going to be the lead of the next anthology. We tell you that, guys, you own your own copyright, right? Put it together, what you have written, if you're going to be in our anthology. We've already edited it for you. Put it together and have your own book. Boom. If you don't know how, we do have an authors club. I know that's a sales pitch, right? But seriously, our program is going to change though in January. We're going to make it almost like a university, except in real life. It's not theory. I hate theory. Like, yes, you need theory to learn the basics and the foundation, but you need real life experiences to put an add to that, and it's called experiential learning. And that's what we want to be a dynamic people. You need to have open mind. You need to have open mind, right? I cannot wait to have Lily and Rochelle and sister Dina, and we're going to talk about light language and dragons. Like, honestly, I cannot wait for that conversation. Just FYI, Dina, if you're watching, I'm creating my dragons, girl. We're gonna have to get that space. Like, I asked Sister Danielle and Susanna, I'm like, guys, do you see this dragon? This is like dead eyeballs, and look at this wings of my dragon. They're like, CJ, I'm like, listen, Dina's just igniting that path of my dragon girl. So I'm gonna be like the dragon queen. That didn't sound right. You know, I was like saying that, but I'm gonna see, look at that. Exactly. You see what I mean? So people are like, my husband even looked at me today all wrong, and he's like, I know you wanted a tattoo dragon, but I never really asked you of the why. Am I gonna be scared if you? I'm like, do you have 4 hours so I can like sit down here? It's like, no, and I'm like, don't ask, because this conversation is not gonna go anywhere. Let's just eat lunch, because we have a date every single Friday. I have dates with my husband. That's the reason why it's work. Marriage is work, guys. I've been married 21 years. It is work, let me tell you. But if you love someone, it's worth the work, right? It's never
Sure
perfect.
is.
I am definitely hard to handle because I speak my mind. I'm not the typical Asian that you will have like submissive and blah 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 blah. I have that feeling of return to sender, and you should too. Like, you should too. You only have one life to live. And if you have something that you want to bring up to the book, do that. And what I want to do for this book is, if you're comfortable, I know Noni's like very specific on what she wants. So I never push. But if you guys are comfortable, I will take you to the next level, leveled up of that. And I wish that Jess actually did it. Instead, I had to do it for her. I'm inviting everybody who's in our book, Beyond Boundaries, also Moving Beyond Boxes, and The Rebel with a Cause, to put your voice, not just your video, like your chapter, to put your voice in Audible. And people are like, oh my God, this is a new thing. Guys, I've been doing this for a while, but not a lot of people want to put on it. But now I want to be intentional because of Jess, right? I want to make sure that your legacy and impact lives on. And so you will be, I have about 250,000 downloads a month on podcasts. So I'm on major distribution, and it's such a good feeling. I remember the first time I heard myself talking on the radio, I blasted it, and my daughter's like, okay, let's just put up the, because we were on the car. Let's, sister, close the window. Mom's at it again with her podcast. Because I was like, oh my God, I'm on Spotify. And oh my God, I'm on iHeart. They're like, Mom, don't pretend you don't know you're all on this distribution channels. I'm like, okay, vanity kicks in for a little bit. But really, because that was my story that I put out, right? And I want you to have that same feeling. It's not for vanity for you, it is for impact and legacy. So I encourage you guys to do that, because we don't know when our time is. No matter what reasons, we just don't know when our time is. And and you are making an impact, right? Sorry about that. That's my other bird. Anyway, I'm gonna give this mic to Michelle before I take over. And what else you want to talk about, sister?
Let's see. We got Ollie. We got Rashida. We got Danielle. Who else do we got? We got, who's next? This screen is so little, you guys. So I need to. I think. Okay, let's go with Miss Lily and Miss Susanna. How about that one? Is that good? Does that sound good? Are you guys ready?
What's your question, sister?
Miss Lily, I just want her to talk about the book, what her experience, just any of it. Obviously, well, we know about
Michelle
this.
missed that part. Go ahead, Lily.
Oh, she went. Oh, see, look, I was probably trying to get back. Oh my gosh. So who hasn't gone? Is everybody gone?
Yeah, except for Dr. New. She hasn't gone.
Okay.
And I
She was
think
driving though.
yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
And then Miguel keeps trying to get in, but I don't know why. Every time I hit the add to stage, it's like he gets up and then it falls right back out. So really, I just,
Welcome to Messyland.
I think the one thing that I've collectively noticed, and I said this earlier as well, is that when you're going through this book, the one thing that I'm realizing is that, like, what most people, that status quo and the societal norms of what people believe to be the rebel, like, I think that is another common piece that kind of brings all of these chapters together collectively as one, is that these are all examples of, in your mind, like, it's not that fight and physical, like it's not what is thought to be of a rebel, but the stories are so impactful, and it helps you just to, like, I hope it'll help the reader to like look outside the box, take those notions they thought and think, expand those thoughts. I definitely hope that. I guess really what are your takeaways? I just wanted to celebrate everybody and let Dr. CJ know like how grateful I am. So that's what it was for tonight. Just, a thank you.
Thank every one of you for being brave enough to tell our stories so that someone else won't continue to suffer in silence. That's what it's all about. We give them some glimmer of hope.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. I hope that you guys also learn the publishing world a little bit. It's just a scratch, right? Being a writer is a scratch. But I hope that your curiosity is piqued and said, "Ooh, I wonder if I can publish my own book." Because that was the first thing I did when I published in 2017. I brought my dissertation for HR actually. That cost a lot of money, that dissertation, and a lot of heartache, for sure, because I was crazy. I don't know why I thought I should do both at the same time, but that's always me trying to be in my uncomfortable zone. And I think I appreciate you guys went out of your comfort zone. Like some of you are repeat authors, right? Lily has written already a book. Lily, I'm curious, what's different in this book than the previous book that you've written?
It is very different, actually, in the sense that the first book that we wrote, it's actually my contribution is light codes, literally written light codes. So it's not English. So as a result, like the book that we wrote, that we collaborated with Dina Fortune and Rochelle Harlington, it is an experiential book. It's actually not a normal book where you read and yeah, read the pages and then you're done with it. So our book, The Journey of Transformation, is actually an experiential book. Very, very different. Very, very different. And as I mentioned, like I never thought I was going to be an author. Honestly, never. So this is my second book, and I'm actually coming out with a book series, 48 books, where it's all dragon activation light codes. So it's very, very different. It's very different. Yeah.
I can't wait for that activation like go for dragons because you definitely, I'm curious. Like I want to know now. I was like,
Yeah, so this is the cover, right? This is the actual, the draft, not, the how you get
yeah.
a printout. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just got the printout. I'm really super excited, and I'm just looking through it to make sure there are no other edits because it does have a little bit of English in there, explaining what light language, light codes, how to use it, right? And then I actually channeled a bunch of activation light codes where it's a type of light language, right? And you have an area where you can actually journal and write your reflection. So it's actually one of those experiential books as well. And I think that's why this book is so super special for me because it's in English. As weird as it sounds. It's in English, whereas I feel it's a lot easier for me to communicate in light language, to be honest. Like it's because light language is totally full of, there are so many different ways of expressing yourself, and the English language or human language cannot quite find the right words. So that's why this particular anthology is super special for me because I'm able to articulate what I want to say in English with the help of you and as well as Susanna. I know it sounds really weird, right? But that's what it is for me.
Thank you for sharing that. That is really amazing. I haven't heard from my dear sister Susanna. She's very quiet right now. Sister, we've been doing this for a while now. What's different on this anthology than our other anthologies?
Well, every one of them is always different. There's always something there's always differences, and so I'm not really going to try and sit here and say what is or isn't different, because you got to remember, even though there are some people who have been in all three of these with us, we've also got some that have been in two, and we got some that's they're basically one and done as we go. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think for me, every single anthology is always different. It's the people, but it's also the energy of the people. Some
exactly.
anthologies that we have, it makes a huge difference when everyone in your group are in a positive note and have a positive attitude. And that's one thing I love about anthologies is you could see who you want to work with the next time and who you don't want to work with the next time. Because if I have to pull your weight so much that you can't be independent and not coachable, I am not doing it with you. That's for sure. Too old for drama, mama. Too old for anything. But if, especially if you're not coachable, that's my other thing. Is like if I'm not able to guide you, then it's not going to work out, because then you're not going to be able to level up your thoughts, right? And I think I just welcome open mind and open heart. Sometimes I think when you have an open mind but you don't have an open heart, it shows, right? Finally, Miguel and Dr. New, I'm gonna have you guys talk. Miguel, can you hear me? Oh no, Miguel, Miguel, can you hear me? Okay, unmute, Miguel, unmute before I start karaoke over here. I don't think he can unmute. Oh my gosh, I don't think he can hear me. Can you hear me?
I think Miguel
We
can
can hear
hear you.
you.
He's just on mute, and I'm trying to unmute him, and it's not working.
Hold on. Dr. New, welcome. How are you doing, sister? I'm gonna try to type with Miguel while you while you're talking. How was Rebel with a Cause for you, sister? You're muted, sis.
Oh, I see. It probably is it getting feedback? I probably have to hang
Yeah,
up on the phone.
yeah, you're getting feedback.
Let me get out the phone. Now it's better.
Yes.
Yay! Happy Friday. It's been crazy doing the process. I think as far as the writing and all, it just it's a lot of things that with Jess and all the things. I think it also made it tough, but when the whole process of, you know, to really just move forward. And I think to really be the change that we wish to see, that has been actually a movement. It's when people talk about the rebel, it's how you want to choose to act or react or even get out of your own head and saying, am I worthy? Am I, enough? And am I really making impact? That was for me. And I had those moments of lots of low moments and lots of, just felt like, just the the heartache and the things that you want to do more, but you limit, and that's part of we all have this greed, greed of even if it's for good of want to help others. That's coming from you're so passionate of wanting to do for others, so selfless that we sometimes willing to throw ourselves out to see if it's even worthy. And that was something that I that was my experience of struggle, but we made it, and it was an experience that I think every experience is different. But for me, I think life always have things obstacle, always things that would challenge us, block us, and whether we're gonna move forward or we give up. We just throw in that white towel and say, I give up. I'm done. And I think that has been a true, because I always kind of speak true from my heart, and how because we're so an empath and compassionate, you see things that you want to be the change, and you want to be able to be there for others. And I think that movement right now of all of us here and the 18 amazing co-authors in the Rebel of a Cause is that we have to be willing to take the courage, even in moments of feeling fear or feeling insecurity or our own well-being. We have to do something beyond. It's not about us. We have to get it out and have a community like this to really hold that space if you need it, and because people have been struggle, it was tough, and that was something that was a moment that I think, because I don't have family support. I think one of the moment my sister called in something, because there was a lot going on, and I was like, it just, no matter what, life, and that's when you realize people are struggling, and we have to be able to stand stronger, to stand up and speak up, so people know that they're not alone. The people who feel like they're shiny object, they all have struggles, and that is the human experience. And this morning, Lily remind us the same as all of us here, is that everybody have a purpose, and that purpose is different than me, different than CJ, different than Danielle, sister, Michelle, Lily, Miguel, Susanna, of course, CJ, and Ollie, and Rashida. And so that is something that we can either support, uplift one another, or if we don't have anything nice to say, then don't hurt anyone on the way, because words have power. And that is what Rebel with a Cause is all about.
Yeah.
So
And I'm so
I'm
glad.
bringing it to you with much love. You see
Yes.
how rough? I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, let me go
No.
home. Can I plug in my laptop so I can join?
Yes, I'm so glad you made it. And I know that you were struggling something personal this time around with this book. And the fact that you committed yourself to finishing it is a testament of your commitment to helping others, right? Because you could have quit and said, CJ, Susanna, I love you, sister, but I can't do it. I just have a lot going on in my life and I need to prioritize this first. And you didn't. You kept going, and you gave us more and more and more. And I want to recognize you for doing that. I know that we all are going through life. I know each and every one of you, except for Lily. I don't know what she's going through in her life yet. She's quiet in my space. But literally, I know each and every one on this platform right now and here right now. I know every single struggles that you guys have. And I was moved and touched, and someone recognized when I help others. I don't talk about it when I help others. It's none of anybody's business. It's my business. I don't talk about it because it's not necessary. You know who I'm counting points with? The man up there. I'm like, you saw, right? Like you saw I did that from my heart, right? Like that's what I'm talking to. I I don't need validation from nobody. You could tell me I'm a witch, I'm this, I don't care. It's the man up there I'm doing work for, not anybody else. And that's the keeping score up there. I'm like, that was 10 points. You know it, right? Like you're coaching me right now. Like that's how my conversation. I sound crazy, I know. The next thing you know, I'll be talking about dragons when Lily's in my life for sure. That's why God gave me Lily, because I'm going to be going there. But I want to recognize that. Thank you for pushing yourself for others. This is literally the doer part of you that helps us see that you are committed to helping other people when you're struggling. But you're not alone. And you check in. I love those check-ins, by the way. Dr. New checks in with me, Susanna, and Danielle. How are you guys doing? I'm like, I don't feel good. Like I'm like literally on the text. And she's like, are you okay? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shut up now. La, and I go into like weird mode, and I will call Susanna literally to go in minion language. I don't know about you, Lily, but I have my own language too.
Banana.
I don't know if I can banana. That's right.
No,
It could be light language. You never know. It could be your soul dialect. I have
Oh,
to
I don't
hear
know.
it.
Bah.
It comes out when I'm upset. I'm like, Susanna, pick up the phone. She goes, okay. I'm like, she goes, what? I'm like, "La, blah, 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 blah." Banana. Banana means I'm done with my negativity. Because it's a cue for me to let go with my feelings without hurting people's feelings or words. That's just how I feel, right? If you don't understand what I'm saying, then you don't understand what I'm saying. In our house, I was used to that because my grandfather speaks in Chinese, and when he starts getting mad, he speaks in full blown Chinese, and I'm like, oh, he's mad, but I don't know what he was talking about. I just know his face, right? And so I remember that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use that, but I like the minions, so I'm gonna go minion language here. And Susanna just laughs, and Danielle's like, CJ's at it again. Okay, go ahead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm on minion language, and I'm like, okay, I don't need this negative energy right now. You guys know that, right? If you have a friend who you love and they're always talking about all these experiences, even though you can vent, it's like that negative energy is there. It's okay to vent, but make sure when you vent, you gotta meditate. Dr. New, I think we need more meditation, for sure, and maybe we need a Reiki. I think I have someone to do Reiki for us, supposed to be really good. I just met with Jacqueline today, and there might be a talk of me producing somebody's show. I'm so excited about that. I've produced my own shows forever. I love to produce other people's show, but it's going to be a lot of money to get me out of my comfort zone because I do a lot of things and I want to respect my time and respect your time. And the way I do things is always go big or go home. I don't do halfway job. And definitely something that I'm proud of that my sisters understand, right? But Dr. New, reach out. You know where we're at. You know my phone number.
Um, well, and on a positive note, the Dharma master that I share with you, sisters, he went to get the paperwork for the passport. So maybe he's gonna travel here because he he see things more than we see, but he said we're gonna meet one. He didn't say when or how or whatnot, but so if I don't travel over there, he's gonna come over and my plan was, to seek requests so that way he can do a teaching virtually because for a lot of people will need the healing and his present and his lecture is going to be powerful. It's just immense just a gratitude, and I think that's the thing that hold me every day because like when I send Susanna, CJ, or Danielle text, like how are you guys doing? Even though there's a lot going on, but sometimes I always think it's not a negative thing, but it's also wanting to make sure you do send whatever you have in your heart because that next moment when you're not around for whatever reason you've done your piece, that you've done whatever you've done, so that way there's nothing unleft that you have to do. And that's something that it makes us to really appreciate, after Jess also is that whatever that we have encountered, it makes us even stronger and bond even closer because the precious time that we have. And that is what gratitude is about. It's not just, yeah, I'm grateful, but what are you going to do with it? And that is something we all are collectively are feeding into this light because the world needs each and every one of you. And so that is something I'm grateful for. And
Thank you.
CJ, Susanna, and Danielle, and Michelle, and Louie, and Miguel. I was like,
No,
Miguel
he's
is
trying.
now.
I know. I want him to come. Okay, so first of all, correction. There are 20 authors. I consider Jess as part of the author, so there are 20. This Sunday, I won't be hosting my TV show, but I'm going to leave it to my sister's capable hands. They know my standards. They know what I want. They know my TV network. And Miguel, I think, is calling me. Miguel, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh God, thank God. Okay, because I don't pick up phone. So if I pick up,
CJ,
Miguel,
what is it moving?
I know my robot is deciding. Miguel, Everyone can hear you. So, what was your experience like writing the very first writing here with me and Susanna and everybody of our brothers and sisters?
The experience was interesting because, the story was pretty solid, but yet I was wanting to like stamp it down a little bit. I kept asking myself, well, how much do I want to reveal? How boldly do I want to say this? So it was very interesting going through the revision process, the variations of the language, in presenting the same story, but modifying, I guess, the strength of the imagery and things like that. And so I appreciated the feedback from both you, Constance, and from Susanna. But that was the most interesting, I would say. But then after each revision, I got more and more bold. So it was like the irony of it at the outset, wanting to maybe kind of pad it a little bit and I don't understand. I can't even understand why. Why would I want to pad down something that happened to me and something I experienced? For the sake of whom? I'm sharing this. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're making it. I was like, bro, call me right now so that you're part. Thank you so much for sharing that. Do you have any advice for somebody who's thinking of, hey, we're going to do another anthology with Level Up and it's going to be Susanna leading it? What would be your experience that you would like feedback or review for people who's like thinking about doing it?
I would tell them to definitely consider it, but also keep in mind the theme of the anthology. And if you may have to tweak your story to match the theme, because that would just make the overall package even stronger. When you think of including your story amongst the story of others, that's what I would recommend.
Thank you. Sorry, my my English bulldog is demanding dinner. She's growling. She's like, "Arr!" So sorry. That's not my husband growling. That's my dog. Okay, just FYI. I know it's Sirio. So this Sunday, guys, we're gonna slowly position all of our authors to do TV, so you can be on Roku and everything else. And my goal is to hit 100,000. I don't know if I can make it till December for YouTube. So if you have friends who likes YouTube, please have them subscribe. We are at 60,000. We just hit 60,000 recently. But this Sunday, Sandra, Lisa, Ebony, and Angelica will be on the TV show with Susanna and Danielle. They're the CJ of that night. Okay. So every now and then I will be pulling you guys for the TV show. For all my authors, you get it for free. If you are not my author, you do have to pay $150 because that is a TV network that I have to pay as well. But for my authors, I pay up for you guys. My only thing is don't be nervous. It's just like a coffee chat, but always keep in mind the business of what you're doing it for, right? It's not about like, la, la. No, we're literally paying every minute for that. So make sure that you're thinking about the business. I'm so grateful for Michelle for this space. I didn't have the capacity, quite honestly, to do the StreamYard on my own. I've been having heart palpitations because I need to go to sleep and I haven't. My migraine's been super bad for the last 5 days. And when I have really bad migraines, I usually end up in the ER, but my medicine is strong enough that I didn't end up in the ER. But even if I was, I would have a laptop in there. That's just how I roll.
I take my laptop. I take my book. I have a whole office bag for hospital visits. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm gonna need this, and this. And also, if you see any like typos in there or whatever, please keep them and send them to me so I can change it for anybody. There's no sense of complaining if I can't change it. Again, you're talking to the wall. So if you need changes, just send them to me. I can change it before our physical book comes out. Once that physical book comes out, that is it. You cannot change nothing. Okay. So if you see any changes that needs on the ebook, please read your chapters, share your chapters, and I cannot wait for you guys to send me your audio file so I can put you everywhere in 120 countries. Do you hear that, Miguel?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
I
Arigato
think the most
gozaimasu.
exciting part about that is like for me personally is just like everything I do is with Angelina in mind. And like if you go to like my TikToks and things, when you watch the things for her with the images, and then if you listen to the audios, I try to always align them so that when I'm no longer here with her and she goes back to look at these things I've done, that it's like I'm telling her a message. And now just the opportunity to get to take like this chapter and then read it. She's at an age right now, she definitely is going to remember these struggles we're going through, but at least like later in life, she'll get to like listen to this chapter and remember like why there were those sleepless nights or those tears, or what she's going to remember why, like just to hear it in my voice and have that sentimental aspect of it. And I am so thankful again, more appreciation, more gratitude. I am there and I'm so thankful, and I'm thankful for everybody joining us. Like look at these beautiful faces. Like who cannot be blessed with this? It's amazing. I guess let's do a roundup. Let's get everybody's little final takeaways. Let's start with Miguel since he's on the phone.
You gotta unmute, sis.
Yeah, you're muted.
Dude, I knew that. I was yelling at Cheerio because she's going crazy right now. Miguel said he doesn't know if it was a bandwidth thing, but he's here and he wants you guys to know that he's here helping us and celebrating with us. But congratulations, you all are #1 international bestsellers. Okay. And if anybody says otherwise, tell them to come to me. I'll just like return to sender. Bye.
There's receipts.
Yay. Michelle, do we end? Do we have a quote or what do we
I
do?
just want everybody to just give their little takeaway, give their wish, and then we're gonna. This ain't the last everybody's seeing us. This is just
No.
the beginning.
Yeah. Let's start with Miguel. Miguel, what is your last takeaway for everybody?
For everyone, yeah, let's keep up the energy behind this. There's a lot of energy behind this, so I think we can keep that going and maybe build it even more. And I personally, I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you a little bit better.
There's Miguel. Takeaway. Yay.
Connection accepted.
Not blocked? What?
No, I don't block nobody.
I can't even block anyway. I want to block a couple people. I just can't. LinkedIn. But anyhow, who's next? Let's start from Dr. New all the way down.
Yeah.
Ah, wow. I'm grateful, Michelle, for having this space for us and to have Miguel here along with Susanna, Danielle, Michelle, Lily, CJ, Brother Ollie, Rashida, and I know others like Sandra, I think Lisa, and others who were, our co-authors in the comments.
Noni's
But
helping
all those,
backstage.
oh, they're in the backstage.
Yep, Noni's
Oh,
backstage helping.
and, oh yes, and Nani, the beautiful Nani also. And all the amazing, really, those who are watching us, supporting us. Um, I think my take is that always be kind. The world need more of how are we really showing up, and when we're mindful of how we are positioning ourselves, our words, our thoughts, and really because leadership is not just about a role, it's not something a title, it's not because of who you are, the title, the status, none of that matters. But when you're kind, you're compassionate, and you really serve with a purpose, I think everything else flow because you care. You genuinely care for others. But before that, you have to care about yourself. Because if you don't care about yourself, you're not going to be able to have the space for others. So that is something that I want more of is the world to have more kindness, more love, more empathy, and more compassionate. And I think I can engrave that somewhere. I was trying to find a heart, Ollie, my pink squishy ball, but I couldn't. That's why you see me trying to find it because I normally have it. I don't know if I took it or my daughter have it because it's pink. But yeah, it's a blessing. Everything is no matter what,
Like
everything comes
bluefish.
for a reason. So I'm so grateful. And
Morning.
look at Kim joining us.
Hi everyone. I just finished dinner and I just jumped in. How everybody doing? Congratulations to all of us.
Yeah.
Yay!
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm so excited. So I promoted on LinkedIn, on Facebook. My student promoting it. So anyway, so nice to see all of you here. Yay, we
Yeah.
did it.
Yes, we
You
did.
did it. Congratulations. Now you can say to yourself, #1 international best-selling co-authors, right? Like you are now officially that.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah. Yes.
resume. I know that you lost your what do I say? You lost your like mojo in humanity when, you're trying to get your own book and you didn't get to. And for me, it's such a privilege to let you know that there are people who are good people. There are people who wants to see you succeed and get your impact and legacy out there. And I'm glad that you found us.
Well, thank you. There's more work to do. More book will be born. This is just the first. Thank you, CJ, for the initiation. So I have more, I guess, to gain that confidence again after that, big investment of 30K and my book still limbo, not published. So I'm grateful for this community, for you, for Susanna, and each one of you to help me to gain that trust again.
Yeah, we have to.
Thank you.
You just need to be surrounded with a bunch of minions. Not just kidding. Return to sender. Banana.
Bravos.
Banana.
Banana. That's right.
The
But
rebels will get it done.
Right? What is your takeaway, Rashida?
Mine is that, again, I'm so proud of every single one of us, not just those of us here on this live stream, but everybody involved in the project, our fellow authors. Jess herself, may her legacy and memory live on. May she rest in peace. And it's about coming together, leveling up, as you always say, is because none of us can do this alone. I don't care what message you're trying to put out or whatever, we can't do it alone. Not as effectively as if we come together, put it that way. And again, going back to the point of there's always someone out there still suffering in silence, even as we talk right this very second. How many people are crying themselves to sleep? How many? We owe it to them and future generations to get these stories out there, make people realize there is a hope, there's a positive way out. Thank you, my friends.
I love it. I love it. And I'm glad that you guys are continuing that work. Brother Oli, what is your takeaway?
Well, I try to say banana, but thank you so much for all the co-authors. It's a blessing. It's a family, as also Beyond Boundaries. And I would say also my heart goes to you, CJ, and with everyone that expressed, because I have a sad story, but on Beyond Boundaries, I was not taking the time to read Jess' story, and it was when you expressed it, and so keep shining, keep sharing your story, keep connecting with each others, and share your chapter story, and that's it. To really to do our best to keep up, to keep shining while we are still in our body, because we never know when God will call us. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. So, this is kind of like my note for you guys, right? Like, together, we are shaping a powerful anthology that highlights the courage it takes to defy the norms, challenge that status quo, and ignite meaningful change, even if it's tiny little bit. Your story, each and every one of your stories embodies what it means to be a rebel with a purpose. I was very adamant about that when I went to Zoom and asked you the two questions that I keep asking, right? Because using your unique voice and experiences should and will and will, it's not even a hope, I know it does, inspire others and make a lasting impact. Now, this is more than just a book, guys. Okay. It's a movement of bold action and transformation. We are honored. I'm honored to share space with you, to share your journey with you. But please, let's continue to break boundaries and show the world that the power of our collective rebellion. That's my takeaway. Susanna?
I just see this as another step in building blocks. Because everything we've done for the last, since the beginning of this year, I just like seeing how everything builds on each other. It's like independent yet builds. And this book is filled with so many ways to be a rebel. Because even though some of the stories, there's similarities between a lot of the stories, yet they're not the same.
Nope.
Because every one of us is diverse. And so that's really the fundamental of this book is you can be a rebel and still be diverse. And that's what it means to be a rebel. You being who you are at your core is being your diverse, amazing self.
I love it.
Danielle? Unmute.
I was wondering where you were going to go. If we're going to go this way, we're going to go. No, I think my ending thoughts are just rebellion. I think someone said it on one of the other shows was it doesn't always have to be what you see on TV. That some rebellions are quiet movements of the heart and things that people can't see. And so make in order to make those changes, right, we have to sometimes go against what other people see, right? And stand up for something, speak out and be yourself, be that rebel that the world needs.
I love it. I'll let Miss Lily go.
Okay. So again, I want to remind everyone and share that if you are at a space where you can be an advocate or you feel like you are an advocate and you do have a passion that is outside of the box, totally outside of the box, but you know deep down in your heart that you can help humanity, but you just need that little courage, that nudge, that somebody else is doing it. Please take advantage of the fact that it is still free for another few more hours, 12 a.m. Pacific time. And please take advantage of it. It's free, absolutely free. Please go download it and read all the different stories of all the 20 co-authors that have put together this anthology. Hopefully, you're able to find the courage that you need to share your story, to share your cause, your passion. And again, so grateful for CJ, Susanna, and Dr. Nu, and Rashida, and Ollie, and Kim, and Michelle for having this space today. Thank you. And Danielle, and also the other co-authors that were here just now and are in the chat. Thank you all so much. Thank you really, truly all so much for this space. Thank you.
Miss Kim, you got some closing thoughts? Oh, she's muted. There we go.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to be part of this community. Just want to thank you, Dr. Constant, Suzanne, and all of you. It's such a joy to be here and represent for, I guess for me, because of many, many generations of women being suppressed. My ancestor, my grandparents, my mom, actually mom as a rebel herself, she's very loud and very masculine. So for me to stand in this balance energy between the masculine and feminine and be the voice for the voiceless, still a lot of women out there within our Asian culture still suppress their voice. So within this book, within this context, that they do have the power of choice. They can choose to stand up for self-expression, for who they are. By them sharing their story, by me sharing my story, sharing my vulnerability, I break through that generational curses. That woman, we're supposed to be submissive to serve our husband, our children. It might be in the old generation, it might be acceptable. As of for my generation, it's not acceptable. So I invite all women out there, wherever you are, go get help. You not suffer alone. And as you heal your heart, you heal the world. We're here as a rebel with a cause. We do have passion. We do have mission to stand up for love, for light, for greatness, for ourselves, for our children, and also the future generation. So you are not alone. Go get help. And if we are here, we can support you, reach out to us. I just want to thank you for all these amazing authors. I'm so proud to be part of this Rebel with a Cause. It's just like, finally, somebody accept, the rebel within me.
I love it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I think that I'm gonna close it with I can't wait to just like get with everybody in person individually and get everybody's autograph and just get to just talk in person about our stories and our chapters and just keep building these relationships that have begun. And I want to leave with that because this is probably, when you read my story, you're going to know, like, my chapter, you'll understand, I ain't had a best life, but, like, this is probably a part of a life that's in a storm that it's making it beautiful. It's like when it's storming around you, but you kind of can maybe settle in, and that rainbow you see when the light changes. So it's like, like Rebel with a Cause is my rainbow, and I love it, and I love everybody in it, and I love everything I've experienced with it, and you guys are my rainbows, and I'm thankful.
You are also our rainbow, Michelle. You are our rainbow also.
I want to recognize that it's late on the East Coast and that it's very late in Ollie, and the brother needs to go to bed.
Oh,
It's like 5 in the morning in Belgium. You still owe me chocolate, so I'm just. I like dark chocolate. Just FYI, if you're like feeling like dropping some stuff in the mail, dark chocolate, please.
Yeah, I'll take
well,
that
if
chocolate too.
I'm happy to send it as soon as I have your address. Just
That's how it
to let
works.
you know.
It's gonna be on the DM.
Ask and you shall receive. See, this is the most amazing community.
No,
Look
but
at that.
here's
We're
what
about
you're
to
gonna
get
do.
some Belgium chocolate all the way to California. Like, come
I'm an only child.
on.
I'm not. Nope. I'm an only child. I do not share. You're gonna have to get your own address. I'm just saying.
I love dark chocolate too myself, Ollie. Don't forget me, okay?
Okay, I'll share. I'll share with Kim because he's in California.
CJ first.
Michelle.
Oh, man. Well, you guys, like I said, this is the beginning. Like, this is like probably what, first, second, third.
I want
Today's
to
like, this
sing a
is like the
song.
third one we
sing a song.
collaborated on together. So
Go for it,
Yeah, I
Ollie.
want to sing a song. I want to sing a
okay.
song for Michelle.
Oh my gosh.
Michel, ma belle, sont des mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. I love you,
He
I
sings
love
this
you,
all the
I
time.
love you. La la
I
la
like it
la
better
la
in
la.
French, Ollie.
Well, we've tried, but it's a song from with McCartney, I think.
I know. I like your French. I was
Michelle,
teasing. Yeah.
I am with you. I share with Dr. Constant earlier because I love all of us to go on a cruise together.
Yes.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
If
Oh my
we,
God, yes.
this is my commitment. If you guys are able to meet and we are on a cruise, I will do your facial. And you can ask Sister Susanna how I do facial. You'll be lifted for at least, I don't know, 6 hours.
Okay, we're gonna choose a destination. Where do we want to go?
Listen, I need a new
Alaska.
passport, so I lost mine in the fire. So I need at least that, 6 to 9 month window for a passport.
Alaska. I want to go to Alaska or Hawaii.
Okay, Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Hawaii,
Yes.
Hawaii.
Yes,
man.
yes, yeah. I can
Speaking it
tell.
into manifestation.
Yeah.
I'll meet you guys in Hawaii because I can't go on cruise, motion sickness.
Oh.
We are Hohana family.
I get the
Mhm.
motion
We'll
sickness
take
too,
care of
Lily.
you, Lily. No worries.
We'll take
I
Miguel.
recommend
We'll take
Dramamine.
everyone. Wait, Lisa is in. Where is Lisa? Is she in Colombia? Lisa, where are you? I don't know if Lisa's.
Yeah, I believe it's. Yeah, I do think you're right. I think
Is she
me
in
and her were partnering
Panama
up. I
or
was reading
Colombia?
a
She's
chapter.
in Trinidad. Is where.
Trinidad? Is she in Trinidad? I know she's from Trinidad. I don't know if she is still in Trinidad. So Lisa's in there. Who else? Oh, and Paulette is in London. So I don't know if she can come. Right? Miguel is in New York. Rashida, where are you?
Pennsylvania, United States. Philly.
Pennsylvania. Okay, so Lily is in Canada, right, Lily? I'm telling you, we're international. We're gonna have an international summit of rebels. Ooh. Write that down because I will forget.
Yes.
I have a challenge, Dr. CJ.
Challenge accepted. I don't even know what it is.
Have you heard of one of these two enterprises, companies, moguls, whatever? Either Mind Valley or TEDx or both.
Yeah. See, TEDx used to be my thing that I wanted to do a goal. I actually talked to somebody to do it, but I kind of there have a couple in San Diego, but I felt like it lost its luster for me. I actually wanted to have more of like our own summit, and it's not red carpet, it's pink carpet, and it's hybrid.
Yay!
And I want us to create our own space. Why actually spend a lot of money on people saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're not good enough." Right? We can create. That's why I'm creating platforms. Why do you think I'm creating platforms? Because no one listens to you and no one follows you. But if you have a lot of followers and people will listen to you, I'm using my platform so we can say, no, I'm not paying your $30,000 or $60,000 to be speaking for 5 minutes. That's what we're trying to create, is that independence from people putting us in a box saying, you're not good enough, Rashida. I'm sorry, you're not accepted. Thank you for doing 2 hours of research, but nah, you're not good enough. We're done with that, right? There is a structure though. You have to, I'm very big in structure. If you don't like structure, just stay away from me because I'm very structured. There is a structure, but I want to make sure that we are not doing low quality. We're doing high quality, but with a purpose, right? With a purpose. And you got to meet that standard because we still have to have that standard. Not everybody can meet that standard. And if you're not ready, you're not ready. But when you're ready, let's go, right? But that's my goal.
Conference.
There you go. See, pink carpet. That means men, you can wear pink tie, whatever, but you gotta look
With
spiffy.
love.
Because we're gonna have people, right? Like you gotta look spiffy. And then we're gonna jump in a boat because Kim's taking us Hawaii. Ooh, we're gonna do some hula.
Yes. Yeah. Also, I want to suggest let all of us somehow have the envision that we are on Super Sunday with Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I love that.
I would
I love
die.
that.
Oh my god, I would
Super
die.
Sunday with CJ.
Oh my god. So like share stage with like all the co-authors in this book with Oprah, like that was
We can envision that it will come to fruition somehow, some way. I believe that.
Be intentional. That's all it takes. If
For
you're
sure.
intentional with your energy, it will happen. But we need to be a doer, right? Like everybody has to be a doer for anything to happen. You guys, if you didn't write and you didn't do your homework, you wouldn't be here, right? I didn't write you for you. You write for you. And I just literally help you nudge here and there. So you are a doer. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go.
I'm so thankful for all of you guys. Everybody, we're gonna be going out of here. 5, 4,
Peace and
3,
blessings.
2, 1.
Woohoo!
Thank
Everybody
you.
have
Winning.
Rebel
Thank
with
you,
the
everyone.
Buzz.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.